Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrich Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And a spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Prescott. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really... Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On the draw, this is Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 36. Any weapon. Hey, exit. Check 48 to Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Jones on 3rd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike. Bandit.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. 27 yards on the game there. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
What we got? Check.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Come, General West.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now McCoy finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr., but a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Check. Crouch. Hey, we're going to 54. Right in. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Protein spill. Yo, cheetah. Get it.
He completes it to Tate. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
On the double. 61. Matchbox White.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, yo, Jackrabbit, come on, go.
Here's McCoy. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, McCoy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd and 10, McCoy. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Back to throw. McCoy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. But we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, it's Pollard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Prescott. He finds Howard complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with it punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Wide, get wide.
X3, 218, chop it. 5.
A give to Barkley out of the gun.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Got it. Ready. 70, Indy. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCoy gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw. McCoy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on 2nd down. McCoy, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but now it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun, McCoy, and he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, McCoy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's 3rd down and goal at the 6.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Rosas puts this one through. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, McCoy got a man, Slayton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Giants.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On first down, McCoy. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
A gain of 12.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, McCoy. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Howard. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
On second down, Elliott. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Check pass. Check pass. Kill, kill, kill. Save, save, save. Check foot.
General West. Hey, lock it. Lead grip.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by Penny.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. McCoy. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Now the ball comes loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
From the gun, McCoy. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Just stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your time.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, what a move. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it's the best possible spot to begin a drive. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before